Taehyung BTS creates global frenzy. The hug and birthday message for Jungkook that shook the world. It was a moment that nobody expected, yet one that instantly rewrote the emotional script of the K-pop universe. On Jungkook's 28th birthday, Taehyung, known worldwide as V of BTS, stepped forward with a gesture so simple yet so profoundly moving that it ignited an unstoppable wave of reactions across continents. Why did one hug and one carefully chosen message send millions into an emotional storm? And why is this particular birthday celebration being framed as one of the most unforgettable milestones in K-pop history? The event unfolded not in silence or secrecy, but in full view of an audience that stretched from Seoul to Sao Paulo, from New York to Jakarta. Jungkook, conducting what many thought would be a routine live broadcast to thank his fans, suddenly found himself at the center of something that would eclipse even his own expectations. Taehyung appeared, not with a grand stage performance, not with an elaborate set of words, but with an embrace, one that seemed to carry the weight of years, memories, and unspoken emotions. Then, without hesitation, he delivered a birthday message so unexpected that it took only minutes before the internet bent under the pressure of its virality. What was it about this hug that made the world pause? Was it the sheer rarity of seeing two of BTS's most admired members sharing such a raw and unscripted display of affection? Or was it the carefully measured tone of Taehyung's words, which fans interpreted as layered with both nostalgia and promise? For ARMY, the global fandom of BTS, this was not just another birthday greeting. It was a historic cultural signal, one that continues to dominate discourse across social media, news outlets, and academic circles alike. Observers noted the immediacy of the digital impact. Within minutes of Taehyung's appearance, hashtags tied to the moment surged to the top of worldwide trending charts. The live stream clip was shared, dissected, and debated endlessly. Millions replayed the sequence of the hug, slowing down the frames, analyzing every detail, from Taehyung's expression to Jungkook's response. Commentators asked, was this purely an act of friendship, or did it symbolize something deeper within the fabric of BTS's collective journey? The drama did not end there. For fans who have followed BTS since their earliest days, this embrace carried layers of historical resonance. Jungkook, once the youngest member finding his place, now stands as a global icon celebrating his 28th year. Taehyung, known for his enigmatic personality, chose this exact moment to break through the distance that fame and schedules often impose. The result was not just a personal exchange but a public revelation. For a generation raised on mediated images and polished performances, this moment felt unfiltered, unguarded, and dangerously real. Why is the world calling it one of the most significant celebrations in K-pop history? The answer lies not only in the scale of the reaction but in the symbolism of timing. BTS is no longer merely a music group. It has become an institution, a cultural force with the ability to dictate the global conversation. For such a force, even the smallest gesture can explode into worldwide news. When Taehyung embraced Jungkook, it was not only ARMY who paid attention. Global media outlets, cultural analysts, and even skeptics of K-pop found themselves drawn into the magnetic pull of the story. Critics have raised questions that continue to resonate. Was Taehyung's message designed to be heard beyond ARMY? Was it a subtle reminder of unity, a coded signal to fans, or simply the heartfelt words of a friend? Jungkook himself, visibly surprised and momentarily speechless, allowed the moment to unfold without resistance, reinforcing the authenticity that fans crave yet rarely see. The combination of vulnerability and spectacle transformed this birthday into something far larger than a private celebration. It became a collective experience, shared by millions in real time. This raises another critical question. What does this mean for the future of BTS's public image? Every appearance, every gesture, and every word spoken by its members carries amplified significance. In this case, Taehyung's decision to hug Jungkook and deliver a message in front of a live global audience could be seen as a strategic reaffirmation of the group's unity during a time when individual projects and global commitments risk fragmenting public perception. To many, it was reassurance. To others, it was a spark of nostalgia, taking them back to the earlier days of BTS when such displays were more frequent. The emotional weight of the moment cannot be overstated. Fans reported tears, goosebumps, and an overwhelming sense of intimacy while watching the live stream. Some described it as a turning point, a reminder of why BTS is not just about music, but about human connection on a scale rarely achieved in popular culture. Others framed it as a calculated moment of fan engagement, perfectly timed to stir sentiment and drive global attention. Both interpretations, however, only deepen the fascination that in the hours and days that followed. The conversation has not diminished. Instead, it has grown with theories, reactions, and emotional reflections flooding every platform. The hug has been replayed in slow motion, analyzed frame by frame, and immortalized in fan art, essays, and endless comment threads. What started as a birthday celebration has become a cultural phenomenon, one that scholars, journalists, and fans alike will continue to discuss for years to come. And yet, a haunting question lingers in the air. Was this purely a spontaneous act of affection, or was it a carefully orchestrated moment designed to send a message? Did Taehyung intend for the hug and the message to carry symbolic meaning, or was it simply the natural expression of long-standing friendship? For ARMY, perhaps the truth matters less than the impact. What matters is that, for one unforgettable night, the world stopped to witness a hug, a message, and the undeniable bond of two figures whose influence continues to defy borders, languages, and expectations.
The absence of Jimin during Jungkook's highly publicized birthday celebration continues to dominate digital conversations, but the crucial question remains: do these fragmented pieces of information reflect reality, or are they nothing more than shadows crafted for dramatic effect? While countless videos circulate on TikTok, edited clips trend on YouTube, and speculative threads multiply endlessly on Twitter, one must pause and ask what is truly happening beneath the surface, and how much of it can be trusted. Observers have noted that fans are increasingly divided, torn between emotional loyalty and rational skepticism. Could the lack of Jimin's visible presence simply be the result of scheduling conflicts, or is there something deliberately concealed to ignite speculation? If social media thrives on controversy, is it not possible that what we perceive as truth has already been shaped by algorithms and selective exposure? These are the unsettling questions that demand urgent consideration. The narrative that spreads online often evolves independent of factual grounding. When a clip is taken out of context, does it not acquire a new life, one detached from its original meaning? The flood of comments amplifying Jungkook without Jimin may appear as overwhelming evidence, yet repetition does not equate to truth. Why, then, do so many willingly embrace unverified claims, surrendering critical thinking to the emotional pull of sensationalism? Is this not the very mechanism that sustains viral culture? Moreover, the dynamic between fandom communities intensifies the drama. Within seconds of any perceived anomaly, interpretations surge, layered with personal bias, translated emotions, and cultural expectations. But what if these interpretations are projections rather than reflections? Can the human desire for drama unconsciously fabricate narratives that never existed in reality? If so, how many of us are complicit in turning speculation into collective conviction? It is also essential to confront the possibility of manipulation. If media outlets, content creators, and influencers recognize the economic and psychological value of controversy, why would they hesitate to exaggerate or even fabricate tension? Can we dismiss the thought that this very absence Jimin's silence may have been strategically highlighted to capture global attention? Or do we choose to believe that everything circulating is a mirror of reality, untainted by motive or profit? The unsettling fact remains: social media is both an amplifier and a distorter. It magnifies emotions, accelerates assumptions, and cements narratives before verification can occur. Should we not then ask, when millions discuss Jungkook's birthday without Jimin, are they discussing a fact, or merely rehearsing a performance staged by the very platforms they inhabit? And more provocatively, do we as consumers secretly crave these disruptions, knowing they feed our appetite for surprise, outrage, and emotional release? The challenge is not only to determine whether Jimin's absence is intentional, accidental, or irrelevant, but also to confront the larger issue: how do we, as participants in the digital era, navigate truth amidst the noise? Can truth survive in an environment where clicks outweigh credibility, and where speculation spreads faster than correction? If every user contributes to the circulation of unverified claims, who then bears responsibility for this?